So here we have a Douglah from Romy 6. Thanks, Jamie. And over here we have a Douglah that's been crossed with a Trinidad Scorpion, and I think it's a Butch T that's been used in this cross. And the last Douglah I ate of Jamie's, I thought was probably the second hottest chili I've ever eaten after the red brain strain. So I'm a little bit concerned about doing a Douglah and a Douglah Scorpion Butch T cross. But there's only one way to find out how they compare, and that's for me to suffer badly. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I just cut them open and I've taken a few seeds from the Douglah Scorpion cross. I have a couple of Douglah plants and I'm going to leave these alone and let them see. They both smell very similar, but there is a slightly different smell in the cross, and it's a stronger smell. Now the Douglah that I have, that I got from Jamie, looks a little bit sad sat right there, and the reason that it looks a little sad is that it's been in the fridge for 2 weeks. There we go, that's the Douglah, but you can see how wet it looks. That's just the oil. I've got the lights on overhead. There we go. There's just, oh, the oil in this thing is, well, you can see oil everywhere. Quite a lot of placenta. Oh god. So that one, well, it looks and smells like a Douglah. It has bags of oil, as you'd expect. And what about the other one? Okay, so this is a much fresher pepper, and this one to me looks like there's more placenta. It seems as though the placenta's all around the inside, and it looks to me also like there's more oil in this. This thing is just, oh my god, it's just scary as hell. Let's say they're both very strong smell. There we go, you get to see some of the oil there now. Probably 10% of it. This thing is just absolutely covered in oil on the inside. My stomach's just looking at this and saying, no way. Alright, so there's the cross. Hi, Nigel Carter here again, and today we have, some misery, I think, is on the way. What I've got today, as you've seen again from the starting preamble, I have a Douglah from Romy 6 from Jamie, and I have a Douglah crossed with Trinidad Scorpion. I think it's a Butch T, that's F4. So I presume that what's been selected for is something that looks like a Douglah, but people are hoping it's going to be considerably hotter than a Douglah and a Butch T. So I'm stalling. So we'll start with the Douglah. I've had Douglahs before, and in my limited experience, it's the second hottest pepper that I've eaten after the red brain strain. I think they're a little bit hotter than the one Moruga Scorpion that I've had, and hotter than Mad Balls and and a variety of other things. I've never eaten a Butch tea, so I can't talk about Butch teas, but oh, the smell coming off these things, oh, it would strip paint off the walls if it was close enough. They really do smell very, very strong, and not altogether unpleasant, but it's that smell from these super hots that makes you think, holy crap, this is going to hurt. And the pair of them are giving off this really strong scent. So here's the Douglah. Where are we? Here it is. I haven't taken seeds or anything for it. It's a little bit soft. It's been in the fridge for a couple of weeks, but it isn't bad. Cut it open. It's not bad at all. It's just slightly soft. I assume that means that it's going to be just as hot as if it was freshly picked. So let's try that one. So immediate heat, very, very earthy flavour, and quite a bit of bitterness actually. Very, very earthy. No sweetness again. There's no sweetness in that at all. And it's really quite hot. It's a mouth burn for the moment. Yikes. The flavour's not bad. That bitterness is gone. The first few chews, it felt a little bitter. Well, it tasted a little bitter. Now it's completely gone. There's no bitterness at all. That's really, those so hot. Oh boy. And it's coming on like a steam train. It's all mouth burn so far. Nothing at all in the back of the throat, but my tongue's on fire. Oh, yeah. Oh shit, that's hot. The flavour isn't as complex as some of the other super hots. It has a sort of deep and earthy flavour, and it's like a red pepper, but where all the flavours have been really squashed and compressed. But it's all mouth burn. I've got very, very little in the back of the throat, so we'll see how it progresses. It's still on the way up, and it's all the way down into my stomach. Okay, and now it's moving to the back of my throat. So it's another one of these that starts in your mouth, heats your mouth up until you feel like you've got some lava in there, and then it goes to the back of your throat and does the whole hot cold thing. Oh yeah, that's really pretty warm. Still a lot of heat in my tongue. The top of my tongue, top of my mouth, and now in the back of my throat. As I said, there's no bitterness at all. You can still taste the pepper, and start to make me sweat. And it's still on the way up. But it's not getting any. It's not getting any more in the back of my throat. It's hot in the back of my throat, but it's not especially painful. It's more tongue burn around the top of my mouth, top of my tongue, and very much towards the back of my tongue. And those are, yeah, it's like sucking on lava. That's very, very hot. And it's still on the way up. Oh. Now then, where are we with this? little bit hard to talk actually. I'm starting to lose the heat and gain a bit more pain. It's back of the tongue, back of the throat, mostly the back of the tongue, but the bit on the back of the throat is still going up a bit. Yeah, definitely going more to the back of the throat now. My mouth is on fire. Back of my throat is also catching up quite quickly now. I don't know why I don't get hiccups, but so far none of these things have given me hiccups. This one seems to be making me drool more than most. That's just part of the experience, isn't it? Oh, what joy. Yeah, we're still going up. Not going up quite as quickly though, so I'm hoping it's going to have peaked in a few minutes. Very much back of the mouth burn now and into my throat. But it hasn't really got to levels that were too ridiculous. It's very, very hot, but that's up there with the hottest. I'd say that was as hot as the Moruga that I've had. I would still say that the Douglah is probably one of the top 3 of the hottest peppers, top 4 maybe. Hottest would be Red Brain Strain, and then Douglah Moruga, similar, very similar again, the Reaper. It's definitely on. It's definitely peaked, and it's on the way down now. Now I have an all-over mouth burn, and I think with the drool that's been forming, I'm starting to get the feel as though my lips are swollen. But yeah, that's a very, very hot pepper. And in fact, I can still taste it. It hasn't destroyed the taste buds at all. The longer it's in my mouth, the longer the flavour's in my mouth, the better it tastes. Yeah, it's very nice now, very earthy, and very much that chocolate, super hot flavour where for me they seem to have the same kinds of flavours as the reds, but they're smoothed out, if you will, and maybe compressed a little bit, aren't quite so upfront and in your face, a touch more subtle. That's hot. That is hot. Now, I've no endorphin rush at all. There's nothing going on in terms of lightheadedness. I'm perfectly fine with my hands and arms. I don't feel dizzy or anything like that. I just have a lot of heat in my mouth still. It's certainly going down slowly. It came on very quickly, unlike some of the other ones, and seems to be hanging around a little bit longer. So again, there's a slightly different feel to the burn. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll be back in a few minutes to see if I can make my stomach do some flips and rip the top off my head. So I'll say bye for now and see you soon.